30 is the only company in the world able to design, produce, set up and manage a top-level competition. Everything within the same company. Everything with the trustworthiness and professionalism that an official competition requires. Everything top 30. Top 30. The heart of climbing.
Hello and welcome to Mokpo in the south of Korea for the second of 3 IFSC World Cups in just 20 days out in Asia. We're live this morning in HD and I hope you enjoy all the replays if you're just waking up in Europe. The lead and speed qualifications are all set and we're about to start with the lead qualifications this morning, followed by the speed this afternoon. Welcome to Mokpo, South Korea. Well, good morning and welcome to Mokpo. We start with the lead qualifications very shortly. The lead qualifications for the men will start first in about 5 minutes' time, and let's have a look at their start lists now. For Group 1, we have Akito Matsushima of Japan. It's great to see the Japanese back in this competition. Not here with us in the first Asia competition we had last week in Xining. So this is page 1. Min Hyunbin will be the 9th out on Group 1. And let's have a look at Group 2. Just as the page rotates. This is page 2, but we'll be coming on to that in a second. We'll just have a look at... Sorry, this is Group 2. Male lead Group 2. Thomas Taupon, he'll be starting on the right-hand side of your screen when we have split screen for qualification men's Route 2. So we'll just have this scrolling through, we'll see who's on the next page. The women's results, the women's lead climbing will start in about half an hour's time. There's a few less climbers in that category. They'll be starting slightly later, so we should finish at the same time. So these will be starting last. Let's have a look at who is starting on the women's. Women's Group 1. They'll be out, as I say, in about half an hour's time. On women's Group 1, Helene Janicot, 18-year-old from France. She is having a fantastic season. She's took gold in Briançon. And let's have a look at Group 2 for women's lead qualifications. Charlotte Durif. So there'll be 2 French ladies starting out on the lead for women. And that's about 10 o'clock local time. Good evening to you in Europe. Good evening to you in America. Good morning to everybody in Asia. My name's Michael Roper. We are unfortunately without our resident commentators again, Johnny, Brian and Dan Finn, but they'll be back with us in Cranj later in the year for the last of the lead World Cups. Later on today we have the speed qualifications and the speed finals. We were at altitude of 2,500 metres last week in Xining, and the world records were broken for both the men and the women. So they've had a bit of training at high altitude. Maybe we could see more records broken here in Mokpo, in South Korea. It's a nice, cool evening, morning to start the day here. The sun is shining. It's going to be a beautiful day all day. Definitely be dry.
그리고 골핑은 코리아 캠핑의 준말로 세계로 뻗어가는 국내 토종 브랜드입니다.
So our first climbers are out, so I think we'll just getting their belay sorted and their kit on. There you can see Akito Matsushima on the left, just there behind the wall. And we'll just go to split screen in a second and we'll show you the other male climber, Thomas Tauporn. He's just getting his shoes ready as well on the right hand side. And there he is, the cameraman just getting used to the cameras. So it's the start of the competition. We have volunteer cameramen here for the start of the qualifications. We're looking to have some TV footage for the finals tomorrow evening.
하고 있는 것 같은데요. 아무래도 제일 긴장되는 건 아마 선수들 본인들이니까.
So it'll be Thomas Tauporn on the right for men's group 2 to start, and Akito Matsushima of Japan on the left-hand side to start the first qualifications.
2012 IFSC 목포 스포츠 클라이밍 월드컵.
네, 지금 오른쪽 경기벽에는 독일 출신의 토마스 타오포 선수가 경기 준비하고 있고요. 왼쪽 경기벽에서는 일본 출신의 아키토 마츠시마 선수가 경기를 진행할 것입니다.
So, hello to everybody in the live chat. If you're watching us, we are in HD. If you're on YouTube, you can go to the ifsc.tv website and join in the chat. Get any questions into me. So these will be the first two climbers out. Thomas Tauporn on the right, Akito Matsushima on the left.
Thomas Taupo from Germany is preparing, and on your left-hand side, Akito Matsushima from Japan is preparing for their attempt.
타오포 선수와 마스시마 선수가 IFSC 스포츠 클라이밍 월드컵 첫 도전에 나서게 되는데요. 도전과 동시에 관객 여러분께서는 큰 박수와 응원 부탁드리겠습니다. 도전 시작하겠습니다.
현재 여러분이 보시는 오른쪽에 토마스 타우포 선수, 독일 선수는 현재 세계 랭킹 10위에 기록되어 있습니다. 또한 왼쪽에서 경기 진행하고 있는 일본의 아키토 마스시마 선수는 세계 랭킹 18위를 기록하고 있습니다.
좌측 벽에 16번의 일본의 아키노 마스시마 선수. 정면으로 보이시는 11번의 토마스 타우포 선수. 2012 IFSC 목포 스포츠 클라이밍 월드컵 남자부 난이도 예선전 11번의 독일의 토마스 타우프 선수 16번의 일본의 마스시마 선수
Left hand side, Akito Matsushima from Japan. From right hand side, Thomas Taupo from Germany.
네, 11번의 토마스 타우프 선수에게 큰 박수 부탁드리겠습니다.
Please give a big applause to Thomas Taupo.
그와 동시에 16번 마스시마 선수 계속 도전에 임하고 있는데요. 네, 16번의 마스시마 선수 첫 도전에 (16번의) 마스시마 선수 완등.
지금 중앙 경기벽에서 토마스 타우포 선수 다음으로 경기 준비하고 있는 선수는 프랑스의
So there, congratulations to our first two climbers, Akito Matsushima and Thomas Taupon. They'll have another go in about an hour and a half's time on their second route. Up next on our right hand side is Manuel Roman. Should we get out?
Central wall, Manuel Roman from France.
To Manuel Roman now on his first climb. 7th in the world on the ranking. 25 years old. Coming up on the men's route 1 will be Park Ji-won of Korea, the first of many Korean athletes about to start. And this will be on your left-hand side. So we'll be bringing you every single climber as we start this competition. Here's the Eichel coach, Eichel, the Austrian coach. How you doing?
Yeah, fine. It's an awesome place here.
It is. What a fantastic wall they've built here. It's going to be some fantastic World Cups over the years to come. What do you actually think of the shape of the wall?
Yeah, it's not that. Yeah, it's 50 meters high and almost 30 meters overhanging. That's a pretty big roof. So we will see what the route setter Simon Morgan did. I hope he did a good job, and we will see it tomorrow.
Okay. How many athletes have you got here from the Austrian team?
4 girls and 2 men. So yeah, they were very strong in China. China won, as you know, and Jacob was leader after the semi-finals, and yeah, unfortunately he fell back on the 4th place, but still a great performance from all the Austrian climbers.
As always, I was just as you mentioned, Jacob, the competition's still open for the overall. There's only about 30 points in it for the top 4 guys, or 40 points. Do you think he can take this competition?
Yeah, we will see. I mean, it's that close together. So many climbers this year, and there's Sachi, who was not in China. There's Ramon, who made a mistake in China. There's Jacob, who had bad luck in Bourges and as well in Chamonix. Don't forget Sean and York. So there are 5-6 climbers we're really psyched for the overall in men. And the same for women with Kim, Mina, Joanna, of course, and as well the French climbers.
Yeah, Helene, Janet,
Yeah.
great. Well, thanks for talking. We'll speak to you later, and let's good luck for your team. Thank you.
Mike.
Okay, that was Eiko, the Austrian coach, just settling in here to take some photographs. Well, as he just said, it's a fantastic wall. It's 50 metres high. It's been purposely built for World Cups and competitions here in Korea. It's got 3 separate roof sections on each of these sides for the 2 separate roof sections and 2 slabs, and then a final slab to reach the top on either side. Roman is on the final slab. He's about 5 moves from the top. Park Jihan on the Korea, he's also reaching the longest slab on the left. His slab is about still another 6 metres to go. Above that red volume is approaching, it still has a long way to go. First top though on our right hand side for Manuel Roman. It's a small crowd at the moment, but it's very early here in the morning and the crowds are building. We had a huge amount of people here for the opening ceremony last night, probably maybe 1,500 to 2,000 people packed in here. With 3 screens we're filming across the park so people can see outside the arena as well. Welcome if you've just joined us, we are live in Korea for our second of 3 IFSC World Cups here in Asia. Last week it was in Jining. If you missed that, you can catch the replays as Park Ji-wan just falls. You can watch the replays of all our competitions on the IFSC Sports channel on YouTube.
박지환 선수가 경기를 마친 왼쪽 경기벽에서는 한국의 황평주 선수가 경기를 진행하게 됩니다. The center wall,
Mikhail Chernikov from Russia about to start his first climb. That is the second route for the men that he's about to start. He'll be coming onto the first route after the rotation. So half the climbers start on lead 2, half start lead 1 route, and they'll rotate at the halfway stage of the men's qualifications. I was saying about 10 minutes time, 10 o'clock local time, we'll have the women's climbers and they'll be about to start. Hopefully some of you fans in Europe will be able to catch them before you go to bed. Pyongju Hwang, second Korean climber, out on men's route 1.
왼쪽 경기벽에서는 한국의 황평주 선수가 경기 시작하였습니다.
좌측벽에 한국의 황평주 선수.
Left hand side, Hwang Pyong-ju from Korea.
So as I say, we're live on YouTube, but also live on obviously on our IFSC TV website, where you'll find the live chat. Hello to Toronto in Canada. I see you're in the chat. Where else are people in the chat from? Come and say hello. Get your questions in. I'll do my best to answer them. I'll speak to Simon, the route setter, shortly to find out how he feels the routes. I think we'll have a short watch of the first 25 climbers before we get a good review of how it's going.
중앙벽에서 열심히 경기에 임하고 있는
So hello to Portugal. I see you in the chat. Hello to Graham Alderson. Late at night or early in the morning over in England. Hope you're doing fine, mate. Look forward to seeing you in Cranch. We'll be probably still live later on this morning when you wake up in England for the speed qualifications and speed finals. There's a big possibility we could see some more finals broken here. Mikhail Chernikov doing well. He's now on the final ascent of the last slab. As we just saw Manuel Romantov. Here is the world number one. Sorry, the world champion. He's not world number one anymore. Jakub Schubert, who won it in Paris, has not won anything else this year in the lead category. Jakub Schubert needs to get some points at this competition ahead of Ramon Julien Poublon and Sean McCall to stand any chance of winning the overall in the year.
세계 랭킹 4위에 제이콥 슈베르트 선수고요.
세계 랭킹 4위의 제이콥 슈베르트 선수는 2011년 월드컵 개인 종합 우승을 하였고요. 또 2012년에 7개국 월드컵에서 우승을 한 바 있습니다. 또한 작년 2011년에 세계 선수권 대회에서는 준우승을 차지하였습니다.
And Fuji Kokaro of Japan on his first climb on the right-hand side.
제이콥 슈베르트 from Austria is first in the overall World Cup ranking 2011 and winner of 7 World Cup stages in 2011. And he is world vice champion in 2011.
네, 지금 경기 경기는 19번 코코로 후지 선수, 일본에서 온 코코로 후지 선수가 도전을 하고 있습니다. 2012 IFSC 목포 스포츠 클라이밍 월드컵.
현재 왼쪽 경기장의 야콥 슈베르트 선수는 지난 파리에서 열린 지난 선수권 대회에서도 우승을 한 바 있습니다.
네, 일본의 야콥 슈베르트 선수.
Jakub Schubert, the world champion from Paris.
4위의 야콥 슈베르트.
He's won 9 World Cups so far. He won the world championship, as I said, came second in IMS and in Atlanta. They were his best performances this year, third in Briançon. Still looking for gold in the IFSC World Cup this year. And there he goes. He doesn't top the first route.
슈베르트 선수 경기가 마쳤고요. 그래도 이제 두 명을
Kokura Fuji of Japan.
from Japan.
He's coming to the last of the, just coming around the last of the roofs sections of the Route 2, and doesn't make it either. He's fallen. And that says goodbye to him on his first route.
경기병의 코코로 후지 선수였습니다.
Well, this is what the actual stadium looks like here. To the left-hand side is the speed routes. It's a fantastic new lead wall built here specifically for the World Cup competitions and their national competitions out here in Korea. As we go over to back onto Route 1 for
Stefano Di Sorbi from Italy.
and Stefano Gisolfi of Italy took bronze last week, his first medal this year. Fantastic performance for him in last week. Looks like he's on form for Italy. As we have a next Japanese about to come out on Route 2, Kusara Dazuki of Japan. It's great to see the Japanese back in this competition. As I said earlier, they were unavailable to come last week in Xining.
그리고 중앙 경기벽에서 다시 일본 선수가 경기를 준비하고 있는데요. 다이스케 카사하라 선수입니다.
네, 17번의 다이스케 카사하라 선수. 일본의 다이스케 카사하라 선수.
Center row, 다이스케 카사하라 from Japan.
Last week, the routes we felt were set quite easy for the qualifications. This week, there's been a considerable effort to make sure that they're not too easy. Not only for making the sport more interesting, but it helps on comeback if it needs to be for the semis and the finals. There's a great variation on the routes of the 4 routes, the males and the females today. The 4 different types of walls and routes set. Be quite entertaining for you guys watching live around the world.
2012 IFSC 목포 스포츠 클라이밍 월드컵 남자부 난이도 예선전 (17번의) 다이스케 카사하라 선수, 일본의 다이스케 카사하라 선수와 13번 스테파노 기솔비 선수, 이탈리아의 스테파노 기솔비 선수가 도전을 하고 있습니다.
예선전임에도 불구하고 아주 팽팽한 긴장감이 느껴지고 있습니다. 여러분께서 함께하고 계시는 2012 IFSC 목포 스포츠 클라이밍 월드컵은 폴핑의 후원을 받고 있는데요. 폴핑은 한국 토종 브랜드입니다. 1978년 처음 창설됐대요.
So we're live in Mokpo in South Korea. It's the 6th largest city in Korea. Just over 250,000 people live in this small port, considerably small compared to Seoul, on the north end of the country, their capital city. It's a fantastic country though, they're so advanced. Wi-Fi everywhere, which internet is quite fantastic connection, which gives us the ability to bring you live HD coverage on YouTube, ifsc.tv. And if you're struggling to watch the stream, if you're in Germany, or if you can tell your friends we can watch it on 247.tv for our link there. So we're bringing you coverage from all around the world. We've got 2 more competitions left of the IFSC season, which will be bringing you live next week from Japan, and then in about 3 weeks' time from Kranj in Slovenia. Number 8 in the world ranking, about to start on the left-hand side of your screen very shortly. Mokpo of Norway. Magnus, 25 years old. He's had an average season this year. Hasn't took his gold that he often tries for in these competitions. He wasn't available to get visa last week in China, so he's had a night's rest, he was telling me yesterday, and he's raring to go for this competition. So Kasara Daisuke just falls. And it looks like the women's qualifications is about to start as well. The girls are just getting warmed up, so we'll be going to quad screen very shortly. If you're watching in HD, it won't affect your coverage. You'll be able to go full screen on your PC, TV, iPhone, and enjoy all the routes at the same time. So, just before the women's start, we'll have our next Korean climber, Siwung Ho. Of Korea, or pronounced Ho Siwung. Ho Siwung, one of the older climbers in the competition, 45 years old. And that's not his age on his bib number, it's just a coincidence. Born in 1968, as opposed to on the right-hand side, left-hand side of your screen, Magnus Mokpo, who was born in 1988. But he just found that first route a little bit too difficult for him. He's got another chance in the next competition. On the Leeds route in about an hour. Magnus on to the top of the last roof here. Just this long slab left. Difficult red volumes approach before he gets onto the last 6 holds. He's making a good effort here. We haven't seen a top yet. The world champion from Paris, Jakob Schubert, did not make it. It's the next highest ranked climber on this route to attack this challenge. Whereas our ranked number 2 in the world is about to come out. You Canadian fans will be looking forward to this. Sean McCall about to start on route 2. There he is. Gold medal from last week. He's had a fantastic season this year across the lead and bouldering competitions. And he broke his personal best last week in the speed with 10.22 seconds. He'll be competing first in the qualifications later on today in that. But here he is on his first lead challenge today. It's route 2 he's starting. We've already seen the one top from Manuel Roman. 26 years old, Sean McCall. Always a fast climber, and he started off well. He's already bouncing straight through the first slab, coming up to more of a steeper overhang, and the main roof is about 5 metres ahead of him. It's a 30-metre total overhang here on this route, which is 15 metres high. But he's climbing it like he's climbing a ladder. It's very easy. He makes it look very easy. I can't do it. And here we have all 4 climbers on the wall. So we will be going to quad screen very shortly.
Women's lead qualification started.
This is the two men's, but let's get the quad screen.
시작한 선수 프랑스의 샬롯 주리프 선수입니다. Central row Charlotte Jurif from France. 오른쪽 경기벽에서도 역시 프랑스 선수가 경기 시작하였는데요. 헬렌 자니코 선수입니다. Right side 헬렌 자니코 from France. 오른쪽 경기벽 프랑스의 헬렌 야니코 선수. 중앙 경기벽 역시 프랑스의 샬롯 주리프 선수입니다.
There you can see, so top left of your screen is route 1. Karari Hafiz Abu Hassan from Malaysia. Helene Janicot from France in the top right. She's on route 1, 18 years of age and a fantastic start in her first season, as I keep mentioning. She's already 2/3 up her wall. Sean McCall doing well on the bottom right of your screen. He's very close to topping out. And Charlotte Durif of France on the bottom left.
네, 5번 션 맥골 선수 완등.
Well done to Sean McCall there, topping out on his first route. Having a bit of a problem with the sunlight here on that central roof. As the girls get close to that edge, like Charlotte did there, it affects the cameras. The direct sunlight behind the wall. Karil Hassan on the top left is doing well, reaching his main roof of the men's one section. Helene Janicot at the same level on her route, and they both fall at the same place on their respective routes. Charlotte Durif just taking a rest here. That is the steep section of the roof.
중앙 경기벽에서 등번호 31번 슬로베니아의 도멘 스코픽 선수가 경기 시작하였습니다. Central row 도멘 스코픽 from Slovenia.
Doman Skopic from Slovenia starting on men's route 1. As we go back to quad screen. Hung Ying Lee of Tapai starting on women's route 1.
Left side Mario Lechner from Austria.
Mario Lechner of Austria starting on route 1 for the men's. Charlotte Durif still doing well. This is a really steep, strong overhang here. The roof is near enough vertical. Or horizontal even. Shall I get my levels correct? It's almost a horizontal roof here as she reaches the end of this, where that red triangle is. Then she has another 4 meters to climb in the slab section towards the top. It's a good first climb for So hello to people just joining us. You've missed Sean McCall's first climb. He topped. Jakob Chabert failed on his first route. We're still waiting to see anyone top on men's route 1, where Mario Lechner is on the wall. We've seen Thomas Taupon fail on route 2, but Manuel Roman and Sean McCall complete route 2. The women's qualifications are just underway. Akiya Noguchi, back in the World Cup for a long time. Haven't seen her since the World Championships. I tell a lie, she came 6th in pairs. That was her first league competition this year. She has not competed in any other league competitions this year. So Akiyo, second World Cup this year. Looking to make a statement here in her first Asian World Cup. Absent last week from Xining in China. And that was our first top there for Mario Lechner, his first top on Route 1. Well done to Mario. Great start for him.
그리고 오른쪽 경기벽에서 등번호 117번 한국의 전소영 선수가 경기를 시작하였습니다.
Jun So-young of Korea starting on women's F1 as Kim Jae about to start his first climb for Korea. One of the Korean men's favourites. He'll be looking to impress the crowd. And Min Hyunbin on the left-hand side. So quite an Asian display here. 3 Koreans and Japanese on the board.
Right side of center wall, Kim Jae from Korea.
네, 38번 김자비 선수.
왼쪽 경기장에서는 등번호 7번 라몬 홀리안 피그강크 선수, 스페인 선수가 경기를 준비하고 있습니다. 인정했습니다. 한국의 민형민 선수입니다. 한국의 민형민 선수.
네, 세계 랭킹 9위에 한국의 임현빈 선수 등장하겠습니다. 정면벽에서는 세계 랭킹 29위 한국의 김자비 선수 만등을 향해 도전을 하겠습니다.
Texas, the land of the tree, let fuck your diamonds, man. These boys will put a gun
네, 자칫벽에서 도전을 하고 있는 민현빈 선수는 세계 랭킹 10위권 안에 당당하게 2위를 차지하고 있는 한국의 선수입니다. 지난해 세계 선수권 대회에서는 6위를 달성하며
Korea.
네, 42번 한국의 이동원 선수, 42번 한국의 이동원 선수 중반에
가장 왼쪽에서 경기 진행하고 있는 라몬 홀리안 선수는 현재 세계 랭킹 1위를 차지하고 있고요. 2011년 월드컵 중간 9위를 차지하고 2017년과 2017년 바르셀로나 발랑스 월드컵에서
가장 좌측 여러분들이 보실 때 가장 좌측에 등번호 7번 스페인의 윌리안 라몬 선수, 스페인에서 온 윌리안 라몬 선수, 세계 랭킹 1위의 선수입니다. 세계 랭킹 1위의 선수, 가장 좌측에 있는 도전을 하고 있는 등번호 7번 윌리안 라몬 선수, 세계 랭킹 1위.
세계 랭킹 2위의 선수와 점수 차이가 많이 나지 않아서 이번 경기가 접전이 될 가장 오른쪽에서 경기 진행하고 있는 선수 오스트리아의 바바라 마흐어 선수입니다. 등번호 74번 바바라 마흐어 선수입니다.
네, 바바라 마흐어 선수는 세계 랭킹 15위, 세계 랭킹 15위에 기대했는데요.
On your right side, 바바라 마흐어 from Austria. 중앙벽 오른쪽에서는 일본의 마사키 시바타 선수 경기 진행하고 있습니다. Right side of center wall, Masaki Shibata from Japan.
I got a funky rhyme with a funky style. I got a funky rhyme with a funky style. I got a funky rhyme with a funky style. I got a funky rhyme with a funky style. People Rickety Rocket was my favorite cartoon. After marriage, the honeymoon. I'll be damned, gag me with a spoon. Who loves Popeye, Alice the Goon? Ladies, let your body flow. Send a chill up your spine like an Eskimo. Here's a backstage.
네, 가장 좌측벽의 라몬 홀리안 선수, 세계 랭킹 1위 라몬 홀리안 선수 완등.
그리고 114번 조혜리 선수도 경기 마쳤습니다.
네, 114번의 조혜리 선수.
Funky rhyme with a funky style. Funky rhyme with a funky style. Funky rhyme with a funky style. I got a funky rhyme with a funky style.
등번호 18번의 일본의 마사키 시바타 선수,
To get some skins and come around the block. Cause man, my tip is harder than a rock. He said bet. So I let Greg Nice call this girl named Anna Zett.
그리고 중간 경기벽의 왼쪽 등번호 116번 한국의 최영숙 선수입니다. Left side of center wall, 최영숙 from Korea.
Coming with a box of hats. Yo, Greg Nice, is that girl all that? He said, smooth beat, the skins is fat. I don't beg.
I'm not sure if there's a problem when just before we lost power, but I haven't been Min from Korea. I thought we'd already seen, but he is on Route 1 now.
암벽을 사랑하는 기량만큼 이번 대회도 유감없이 그 기량을 발휘하여 주시기 바랍니다.
네, 뭐 우측벽에 오스트리아의 요하나 에르스트 선수 세계 랭킹 2위
여자부 세계 랭킹 2위의 요한나 에르스트 선수 도전을 하고 있습니다. 가장 우측벽 오스트리아의 요한나 에르스트 선수.
So apologies if you've just joined us. We had a power surge and a power cut here in Korea, which brought down the whole circuit. Unfortunately, we have our mobile kit here, and we do not have our uninterrupted power supply service, our UPS, which we usually have at all IFSC World Cups in Europe. That is Joanna Ernst on the top right of your screen, the winner from last week in Ziding. Joanna from Austria onto the last slab of her route. Lady from Indonesia on the wall, starting on bottom left. And Thomas Ballet on the bottom right of your screens. So apologies for the loss of coverage there. Well, apologies if you've just lost commentary as well. Can you hear me in the chat? Let me know. I hope you're all enjoying the live webcast here from Korea. Apologies for the loss of power, which we just had. Hello to everybody, you can hear me now. Hello to Rai Rai and Clive Moore in the chat.
우측벽에 72번 오스트리아의 요한나 에르스트 선수, 요한나 에르스트 선수 세계 랭킹 2위 요한나 에르스트 선수 완등을 두고
That was not Ramon on the top left of your screen. That was Dahi Yoon, who's just fell. Sachiyama looking to come out on men's route 2. He'll be starting next for his first climb. We haven't seen him for a couple of World Cups as he wasn't here last week in Zinning. He'll be looking to rebuild his points for the overall world title this year after starting so well in Chamonix and Briançon with 2 golds. He's off to a flying start.
그리고 가장 오른쪽에서 러시아의 아나스타샤 사몰리나 선수가 경기 시작하였습니다. On your right side, Anastasia Samolia from Russia.
I do apologise, guys. I think you may have missed Ramon. I will find out how he did, because we now have Urban Primovic starting on M1. That is not Woo Young from Korea. Is Anastasia Samolina on the women's route. We do have the world number 1, Kim Jae-in, the local favourite, queen of climbing, on the wall. I was fortunate to take the journey on the coach from Zinning back to the airport with her the other day, and she enjoyed watching her climb on our laptop as we were going through the review of last week's webcast. You can see photos of that on the 24/7 Facebook page. Right, the weather here is beautifully dry, sunny. Sun is about to break out. It's a nice, pleasant, probably 14 degrees. Because seeing we're English, this is nice in summer weather here, actually. I think the conditions are really nice. No wind. It's nice and calm. It's great for these climbers and great for us to watch here. I'm sure it's going to get very cold this evening, though, when the sun drops for the speed climbers. Question from Steno. How long do the climbers have between climbing Route 1 and Route 2? Well, it's going to take approximately 2 hours to get to the halfway stage from when they climb one route to start the next route. The start lists are staggered, so half the climbers will start on one route, the second half will start on the second. And that should take about 2 hours to get through to the next stage of changeover. IFSC rules state that they cannot climb their second route within 50 minutes of finishing their first route. So I'm sure that won't be a problem here. Shane Kim getting support from the crowd now. And Sachiyama is doing well on his route too. We're just and they're topping out. Urban Primovic, he's also doing well. And there's top for Kim Jae-in. Great support from the crowd. Our cameraman's just trying to find her as she comes down. Urban Primovic, we've not seen too many top here on this Route 1. Mario Lechner was one of the first. As over now on Magdalena Rock of Austria. And Mina Markovic on the bottom left hand of your screen, about to start her first climb. So all the big names are coming out on the wall now. As Urban Pumovic comes down, over on the bottom right of your screen, Choi Sung-yeon of Korea. And looks like they've gone out of order here, so we're just going to check our start list. Sun-yoon Chai has not turned up to the competition. There we go, so it's Kim Hong-il on the route now, number 41 on the bottom right hand of your screen. There has been a few athletes pull out, which we have not been told about since starting the competition. And on the top left of your screen, Romain Desgrange had a very poor final last week in his standards. He was on for 3 back-to-back medals, getting bronze in Perth and in Atlanta. Unfortunately, did not podium last week. Mina Markovic, she won the Rockmaster in between this competition, which unfortunately we were not there to see. It was not an IFSC competition. But we are here in this competition, bringing you live HD coverage to around the world. Right, fingers crossed we will have no other power supplies problems. I've asked for a separate power system for our important fans around the world, so hopefully we will have no more interruptions. Just come out into the crowd to see who's watching. You can see the Austrian teams all together, enjoying the show. I've just seen Urban Pumovic is down here. He's just come off his climb. Urban, how are you?
Tired a bit right now.
How did you find that climb?
It was a bit weird for me, some of the moves, but I'm really satisfied with my climbing because I got quite pumped. I didn't do any big mistakes or something, and so yeah, I'm happy.
Are you all in for the next route then?
Yeah, right now I'm gonna check it with Doman together because he already climbed it, and he's gonna tell me some betas, how to do some moves, and I'm gonna tell how to do my route, and then we'll see what happens.
It's a great advantage having the qualifications where you can discuss routes with your team. Do you find it's a lot easier to do that rather than the semi-finals, or would you prefer to not know what's climbing?
For me, I think it's I climb much better if I know the route, how to do the moves, so I can climb more fluently. Because on the on-side, sometimes I get really confused in the route if I don't get the right sequence at the first time, and then I get kind of nervous or something. And I think for me, Flash is a bit better, but I think for a lot of other climbers on-side. Yeah.
Well, good luck for your second climb, and we'll chat to you later. Thank you. So Romain Desgrange doing well here. He's nearing the top. Not many have topped this route today. And he's made it look easy there. He's topped out as Jörg Verhoeven starts his first climb on Route 2. Mina Markovic coming to the edge of her roof section of her climb. And Maya Vidmar over on top right. Maya had a terrible week last week in Xining. after winning bronze medal the week before in Atlanta, her performance, well, she was not pleased with that at all. Last week we were at 2,500 meters high in Zinning. The altitude did affect the climbers, and now we will need to see how it affects the climbers this week, where we're only probably about 100 meters above sea level here, so it's quite nice. It's a lot easier to breathe. And a nice bit of training at altitude last week will probably help their stamina and endurance through these climbs. So there's approximately 30 men climbing in the competition, with 2 already that I've counted that have pulled out. Young-Soo Kim on the left-hand side of your screen, on the top left, is starting. Considerable amount of Koreans, as you would expect, competing here. Maya now doing well.
She was the winner of the overall World Cup rankings. 2011, she won 5 World Cup stages.
As you can hear from the local MC, she's
2005,
last year's overall world ranking. Jörg Verhoeven here on the roof section as well. He's raced up this section. It seems quite an easy start to this section, but then gets harder towards the end of the roof. Mina falls. So that blue volume. A long way through the competition to go through the competition yet, though. I'd say we're approaching the halfway mark in the qualification routes for the men's qualifications. Jörg Verhoeven is the halfway mark on route 2. We'll be seeing Akita Matsushima next on that, which he see his second climb. Maya Vidmar falling before the top. Slab section on her route. A lot higher than she did achieve on last week's route, though. Still has one more climb to go. Over on the women's route 2. Is Evgenia Malamed of Russia. Evgenia ranked 11 in the world. 25 years of age. I think she's now 26 actually. Evgenia from Russia, looking to put a name in contention for semi-finals. 26 will go through, so only 6 of the women will not be going through. There's 32 competing. Our start list says 34, but again there's 2 not competing there. So 26 men and 26 women will qualify for semi-finals tomorrow morning. And then tomorrow evening here in Korea, which will be early morning in Europe, and the middle of the night in America for the finals. We're live all day today with a few interruptions to change camera positions for the speed qualifications coming up in about 5 hours' time. And then the semi-finals this evening, which will be about midday Central European time for the speed qualification, speed finals. So men's route 2 is being cleaned at the moment. So we'll go full screen on Evgenia Malamade, just to see how this climb goes as one of the Korean stars. We'll just stay with the full screen though for a section, because it's just nice to see the extent of this wall. This section here gets steeper and steeper, almost to a horizontal overhang, as I mentioned earlier. Almost constantly upside down for about 8 meters of this route. It's a 30-meter overhang. You can see from the holds hanging down and the clips hanging down how vertical and how steep the overhang and roof section is.
네, 중앙 우측병에는 센터부터 올라와서 홀드를 정돈을 하고 있는데요. 중앙 우측병에는 센터부에서 홀드를 정돈을 하고 있습니다.
가장 오른쪽에는 몽골의 덴스마 바이러사미칸 선수가 경기 시작하였습니다. On the right side, Densma Bayrasamikan.
Densma from Mongolia on women's route 1. And Hamwoo Kim of Korea on men's route 1. As I say, route 2 just being cleaned. I've just seen Sean McCall. How are you doing, Sean?
I'm pretty good. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. I think this venue is fantastic for climbing. What do you think?
Oh, at first when I got here, I was immediately excited, and even last night when we were here for the opening ceremonies, the wall actually looked even bigger than it does today, mostly because of the climbers, which is kind of relieving, because yesterday it looked just like a mountainous range, and now that we're here, it looks really good with all the climbers on it.
Can I just ask you to move over here, away from that speaker that we're blaring into us? Yeah, so this wall purposely built for the World Cup competitions. It's fantastic to look at. It's a 30-meter overhang, 50 meters high. How's your first climb gone?
It was good. I was in the middle, so yeah, like you said, 13 meters overhang, 15 meters high. I mean, it's almost a square. But the route setters, at least on this one, they did a good job. I mean, there's volumes. I'm hoping there'll be even more volumes, like the ones on the girls. And yeah, lots of toe hooks, heel hooks, and then pumpy at the top. So it was a really good route.
Yep, they've done a good show here. We're about halfway through the qualifications. You're assessing your next route?
Yeah, my next route's on the left. I think it's, I don't know, maybe 8 meters overhanging, but from what they told me, there's a lot of like really small holds, and then the top has really high feet, so I think it'll be hard. Well, I know it'll be hard and pumpy, and I hope my fingers don't numb out.
That section there, that's where we saw Kim just come off. That's where we've seen a few of the climbers drop, and then that next volume. If you see people getting past there, that's where the trouble is.
Yeah, I mean, about halfway, there's a really big lock-off on the first kind of vertical section, and then you got to make it through that roof, around it, and now over the volume. I hear the holds on the volume are really bad. I'll be moving pretty quickly through there, and then the last 5-6 moves are just, I guess you could call it pure resistance. I mean, there's no resting. You just go, and all the holds I think are pretty bad up there.
That's it. It's going to be a race to the top then for you,
yeah,
once you pass that vault.
As always.
Okay, all the best, Sean, and good luck. I'll speak to you later.
Thanks.
So Sean McCall, gold medalist last week from Xining. Always a pleasure to chat to him. Over on women's route 1, you can sort of see from that camera position the overhang and the extent of the degree of the slab there. Aya Ano is on from Japan. Only 18 years of age. So he says, Sean says 8-meter overhangs for these side walls. So they're very long endurance climbs, these in the qualifications. And I believe the semi-finals are inside the central section of the roof tomorrow, and the finals we have yet to see, but I expect will be a combination of the exterior walls and the central wall. We'll have to wait, see what Simon has set for us.
정면 우측벽과 좌측벽의 벽에는 세터분들이 홀드를 정돈을 하는 시간을 갖도록 하겠습니다. 원활한 경기 진행을 위해서 세터분들이 홀드를 정돈을 하고 계십니다.
중앙의 왼쪽 벽에서 경기 진행하고 있는 정말 힘차게 경기 진행하고 있는 몽골 선수를 위해서 오늘 커다란 박수 부탁드립니다.
난이도 경기 리드, 난이도 경기 예선전은 선수들이 처음 루트를 정복을 한 후에 2번 루트를 도전을 하게 되는데요.
So as I say, the men's routes are about halfway stage and they're just getting cleaned. As Aya Ono of Japan comes to the roof section on her climb. And there she finds her nemesis, as it looks like a Belgian climber over on route 2 for the women. Mathilde Boumage about to start her wall.
목포에서 펼쳐지고 있는 IFSC 스포츠 클라이밍 월드컵 대회.
So where are everybody in the chat coming from? Where are you watching it in the world? Are you enjoying it? We've been out in Asia now for 11 days. We're about halfway through our tour. Rai in California, hello to you. What time is it over there in America? Hello from Spain. If you're asking who I'm talking to on YouTube, we're live on YouTube as well. If you go to the IFSC.tv website, you can get involved in the chat. So we're live. Hello to Vancouver. Bet you were pleased with Sean's first climb. Oh, it's late in the evening. It's just nearly 7 p.m. over in California. So you've got the whole evening of live coverage all day for you.
여러분은 지금 2012 IFSC 목포 스포츠 클라이밍 월드컵을 보고 계십니다.
네, 2012 목포 스포츠 클라이밍 월드컵 대 최고의 기량을 가진 세계 선수들의 각축전이 여러분들 앞서 벌어지고 있습니다. 세계 최고의 기량을 가진 여러 선수들이 경쟁하는 축제의 한마당 목포 스포츠 클라이밍 월드컵 대 여러분들 앞에 펼쳐지고 있습니다.
이번 행사는 국제 스포츠 클라이밍 연맹, 대한산악연맹에서 주최하고 목포시 전라남도 산악연맹에서 주관하고 있습니다. 폴핑에서 공식 후원하고 있고 KT의 협찬을 받고 있습니다.
Hello to Portsmouth. Nearly 3 a.m. in the morning. Well done. Did you have a good night out? And good afternoon to Australia. Hello to all the Australian climbers. It's a pleasure meeting you guys, or the youth teams in Singapore. Do apologise for the delay on getting the footage that you filmed of us climbing. We're getting that up to you as soon as we can. When I get back to England, I'll have that footage up online for you guys. So, get chatting in the chat amongst yourselves. Who's going to win this competition and who could actually win the overall, both for male and female, as Kim Saha just comes off the wall. But Mathilde Romange still doing strong for Belgium. So, we're back on to our first sets of climbers, Akito Matsushima. On his second climb, didn't top his first route. He'll be looking to increase his performance. As I just spotted Yabi Kim here. Hello, I just jumped onto Yabi Kim. How are you?
Yeah, fine.
Thank you for inviting us to your country for this fantastic competition. How was your first climb?
So nervous and a little bit cold, so it was not good, but it's okay. I have next one.
You've got one more climb to come. It looked like the sun was going to break out, and now it is getting a little bit more overcast. Is it going to get any warmer today, do you think?
Sorry?
Will it get any warmer today?
I don't think so. Yeah. Yeah. Because now Korea is getting fall, so getting cold each day. Yeah.
So I think we've had the sun the last few days, and now it's going to get cold for you guys climbing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you, and good luck for your next climb.
Thank you.
There's Kim Yabi, Kim Jae-in's sister, older brother, just having a rest with the DJ for his next climb. Yuka Kobayashi over on route 1 for the women's on the right-hand side. There's Akito Matsushima doing well. So 2 Japanese on the wall here.
네, 정면 우측벽에 세계 랭킹 18위에 일본의 아키토 마쓰시마 선수, 신중하게 도전을 하고 있습니다.
People are debating if we're going to hear Gangnam Style in the chat. I don't think the DJ will be playing that. He's got some nice, smooth soul tunes playing at the moment. Some people don't like it. I reckon they'll be playing it shortly. Definitely at some point in this competition we'll be hearing the most famous downloaded track of all time, or most viewed, sorry, of all time on YouTube. So Thomas Taupon on his second climb fell just towards the end of the slab section on the Route 1. He was available last week in Xining to compete, so it's great to see him back at a World Cup competition. Ho-young Kim from Korea, another older athlete, 33 years age. Is it? Sorry, 38 years of age on the wall here, bottom left-hand side of your screen. As Yuka Kobayashi just falls on Route 1. So, approaching the halfway stage of the women's routes now. Just 2 more climbers before we'll have them routes cleaned on Route 1. As Ho-young Kim falls. We'll be looking forward to seeing Momoka Oda coming up in a couple of climbs' time.
Who's knocking? Get out! They here to carry me away. Not done till I'm buried in the grave. And no one left to hear me when I say they got rid of them all. Get out! Turn coats, turn folks into scapegoats. Burn crosses, burn moss, stay low, no way.
Well, I'm just joined with Erwin, the German coach. Thomas just climbed. How was that?
Yeah, for us it was really okay because last week he was sick and he couldn't train, and we have a little jet lag now. So I think he's in a good position for tomorrow. It's okay.
Yeah, he's definitely looking strong. He'll definitely make the semi-finals on them 2 climbs. So now you've got time to go and rest and get ready for tomorrow. What do you think of this venue?
This venue is a really nice place, and the wall is really, really good. It's really amazing that they build a place like this for just a World Cup. The first route was really steep, was okay. The second route was quite hard, uncomfortable, but I think it's a good route setting.
Right. Excellent. Did you get your luggage found? I hear you lost your luggage on the way. Or Thomas?
No, but they promise us it will come today, but I'm really not sure because it's Asia, you know. They say, okay, tomorrow. Hopefully it will come today.
Hopefully. Are you going to Japan?
Yes, we have, after this comp, we have 2 days more in Korea, a little bit for training, and then on Wednesday we go to Japan.
Okay, great. Well, good luck for the rest of the competition, and I'll see you there.
Thank you.
I was Herman, the German coach, just watching his athlete, Thomas Tapon, just coming off the wall. He'll be in the final semis tomorrow. 2 strong climbs. Manuel Roman, he's already topped the first route. He first to top the first route 2 for the men's. So he'll be looking to a strong climb here, secure his place in the latter starting positions in the semi-finals. If you want results, go to the IFSCclimbing.org website. You can get all the start lists for today and results. And if you're watching this on a replay on YouTube, don't look at the results, enjoy it as it is, and then look at the results afterwards to double check. If you want to get any questions into me, I will try and find out the answers to them as best as possible. Unfortunately, we do not have our super commentators Dan and Johnny Bryan here, unavailable for us in Asia, but they'll be back towards the end of the year in Kranj.
IFSC 목포 스포츠 클라이밍 월드컵 때 최고의 기량의 세계 선수들이 합축을 벌이고 있습니다.
중앙 경기력 오른쪽에서 경기 시작한 선수는 뒷번호 47번 한국의 황평주 선수입니다. The right side of center wall, 황평주 from Korea. 마녀 선수 아쉽게 경기 마무리하였습니다. 방금 오른쪽에서 경기 시작한 선수는 이탈리아.
Now, someone asked in the chat about the securing people. Do you mean the belayers? If that is the case, they are organised by the local Alpine federations. So here in the Korean Alpine federations, they're local climbers. They will have to be assessed to make sure they're good enough to work in a World Cup competition. And that's how they are chosen to work. If there's a different secure people, can you let me know what the question was, and I'll try and get that answer. If you're talking about security here in Korea, there are plenty of them.
중앙벽 왼쪽에서 뒷번호 100번 러시아의 다이아나라
정면 우측 등번호 1번의 야콥 슈베트 선수, 오스트리아의 야콥 슈베트 선수 도전하고 있습니다.
So a great screen of fantastic climbers here on the wall. World Championship Jakub Schibert. Two Russians, Mikhail Shonikov and Dinara Fakutinova. Dinara had a very unfortunate climb last week. Jenny Levada just falls on the right-hand side. Dinara, great climber. She had some very good climbs this year. Just slipped. It was a very hard stretch last week in the finals in the Zinning. It was a very hard stretch to the first volume on the overhang. For such a short climber, it was quite a big stretch and just didn't have a strong enough grip and slipped. She'll be looking to outperform herself this week. I've just found Jana Ernst in the crowd. Jana, well done for last week. How are you?
I'm quite good, thank you.
Are you enjoying the climbing here?
Yeah, it was nice. It was hard and kind of weird for climbing, but it was okay.
Yeah, how are the conditions? A little bit warmer than last week's final.
Really, it's quite cold though, so hopefully it's getting warmer.
Hopefully it's getting warmer for your second climb. How long to your next climb, do you think?
Maybe, I don't know, 8 climbers till May.
So you just keep him warm, wrapped up, and then you got a good start. Eating, okay. Well, good luck, and we'll speak to you later on.
Thanks.
That was Jana Ernst, last week's winner in Zinning. The climber's actually feeling a little bit cooler here. I'm actually just wearing a t-shirt, and I feel quite warm. So maybe they didn't have enough to eat this morning for breakfast, have their Weetabix. Great climb here from Dinara, fantastic. She had a great start. She's definitely made up for a final last week there with that opening climb. She'll be pleased with that one. Jakub Schibert hasn't topped yet today. He'll be looking to cement one of the tops of his climbs. Women's Route 1 just been clean now.
오스트리아의 야콥 슈베트 선수, 야콥 슈베트 선수. 이번 야콥 슈베트 선수 완등!
큰 박수 부탁드리겠습니다. 네, 계속해서 중앙 벽면의 왼쪽에 등번호 111번 우리나라의 자랑스러운 선수죠. 송한나래 선수가 경기에 임하고 있습니다. 여러분 큰 박수 부탁드리겠습니다. 송한나래 선수는 지난 13일, 14일 전국체전 산악부분 경기에서 우승을 한 선수입니다. 특히 제19회 노스페이스컵과 제24회 광주 전국 스포츠 클라이밍 대회에서 1위, 그리고 2012년 설레와
기세피 선수, 스테파노 기세피 선수
I've just interrupted Tony from Spain, the Spanish coach. How are you?
Fine. Enjoying.
Enjoying. So can you just tell us what happened to Ramon last week in the finals at Zinning?
His foot asleep and he can do nothing else.
Well, it wasn't good to see. Has he been training hard this week?
Sorry?
Has he been training hard this week?
He tried to win. He do all as possible to win. And I hope.
How did he do on his first climb?
In the first route, maybe he had been a bit colder because in the morning the temperature here has not really warm. Yeah, but it's okay. The last holes are really small and with skull he don't sense, but finally we can do.
He'll be in the semi-finals with a good climb on this next climb. So good luck for Ramon on the next and the rest of your team.
Okay, thank you.
이곳 목포시 오감동 구주산체육공원 스포츠 클라이밍 경기장에서는 오늘부터 그리고 내일 이틀
And the sun is breaking out here, so I reckon it's going to get a little bit warmer. As Stefano Gisolfi, last week's bronze medalist, reaches the end of his roof section. It's moving to the slab section, about 8 moves towards the top. Really nice route set here. They're not too long, a few different moves set. Quite a contrast to last week's settings, which were open to debate. Such quite a big crowd now joining here in Korea to watch these World Cup athletes. As they just said, 21 different countries are competing here in this competition. I counted 23 yesterday, so a couple may have not arrived. And over 90 competitors competing across the lead and speed competition, which is fantastic to see so many athletes here in Asia for the World Cup. If you missed last week's, you can watch the replays of Zinning. They are available to watch as live on the IFSC YouTube channel. You can also watch our highlights, which I put together to show some of the tops and falls of last week's final. Nice top there for Stefano. And next up for men's 2 is Magnus Mokpo on route 2. So women's route 1 still being cleaned. On On men's route 1, there you can see Kazahara Tasuki from Japan. He's reaching, that's a almost horizontal roof section as well, which you mentioned earlier. Sean said it's this next volume that he approaches. Sean McCoy mentioned it earlier, this next volume he approaches. He says these holes are quite tight, quite hard to grip. Just above that, where he is now on the left. That's the hard section where we've had a few people fall. Magnus Mitbo starting strong here on his second route. If you want to see the results as they come in, you can go to the IFSC climbing.org website, or if you just minimize our webcast on the IFSC TV page, you will see the results scrolling through. If you can't see that and you've been here from the start, just refresh your PC. Hello to everyone around the world watching. It's getting quite middle of the night now in Europe, so not expecting too many to be watching us live, but good morning if you're watching the replay. I've just jumped on Manuel Roman's shoulder. How are you?
Fine, and you?
Yeah, oui, très bien. Très bien, that's my French. I'm very good, thank you. Well done in your climbs today. Are you pleased?
Yeah, so pleased. The route 1 is top, and the second I fall just under the top, so it's cool for today.
Very good start for the qualifications.
Yeah, good start and very nice wall, so I think it will be a nice World Cup.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the sun's just coming out now, so you had to climb in the cold this morning.
In what?
You climbed in the cold, and now the sun is coming out.
Yeah, but it's the same condition for everybody, so there is no problem.
Yeah. Well, it was a great climb. It was well done to see you at the first to top on that first route. Puts you in good competition for tomorrow.
To do my best, and I hope to be in final, and after we will see.
Okay, well, good luck for tomorrow. Well done, thank you. Manuel Roman. One of several French team here. I think they've got about 8 French climbers here in the lead and speed competition. Big team, very, very strong climbing country. Hosted a fantastic World Championships. Congratulations to the FFME in partnership with the IFSC for that World Championships. And congratulations to Esther Bruckner, the new speed world record holder. If you missed that as well last week, 8.33 seconds. France now the leaders of speed climbing in the women's category. That's again available on the IFSC YouTube channel. So, 2 climbers here, neck and neck on the wall. They're not racing, but they're coming to the same finish. And Momoka Oda just missing off, as did Magnus Mitbo. Both climbers just reaching the same area on the wall. Great first climb from Momoka Oda. Not many have topped that route today, so it's a good start from her. She's fantastic in the Youth World Championships. She's had a great season.
You are watching 2012 IFSC Mokpo Sports Climbing World Cup. From 3 p.m., men and women's speed qualification will start by opening 1 door. National teams can have practice from 4 o'clock, and then women's speed competition starts at 5 and then 6 o'clock. On the left-hand side of the center wall, we have Kim Young, number 110, from Korea.
Kim Young from Korea, just starting on route 2 for the women's.
40번 한국의 김민경 선수. 한국의 김민경 선수. 홀드 하나씩 신중하게
이번 목포 스포츠클라이밍 월드컵은 앞으로 2013년, 2014년에도 열릴 예정이며 세계인들의 관심을 높여 2020년 파리 올림픽 정식 종목으로 채택되는 기반을 마련하는 데 큰 도움을 할 예정입니다. World Cup will be held in Mokpo in 2013, respectively, and hopefully we'll want to do our best with the IFSC to make the sport climbing an official sport event in 2020 Olympics.
네, 스포츠 클라이밍이 올림픽 정식 종목으로 채택되었으면 좋겠습니다. 그 자리에 앞서 정식 종목의 발판을 만들 수 있는 2012 IFSC 목포 스포츠 클라이밍 월드컵 대회.
아쉽게도 김민경 선수가 또 아쉽게 지면서 내려왔습니다. 여러분 격려의 박수 부탁드리겠습니다. 그리고 계속해서 지금 중간에서 열심히 오르고 있는 하필 선수가 보입니다.
So Hassan, the Malaysian climber here. Abu Hassan looking to better his first climb. Came off a little bit earlier than he would have anticipated. This is the 30-metre overhang wall. It falls there towards the start. Just why we've got no climbers on the wall, so we'll have a look at what results we've got in from the group so far. Okay, so this is page one of the lead qualifications from Group 1. And this is how they qualified on the first part of their qualifications group. These are the first 9. You see the top 5 there topping out. Manuel Ramon, 39th. He's climbed both routes, so he's got 39 and then top on the second route. Jakob Chabert didn't top either of both routes. This is how the second page of the climbers have gone. And then let's have a look at the first 2 pages of men's group 1 and 2. So group 2, you can see Manuel Ramon at the top there. Sean McCall, Satyama, Jakob Chabert, who topped his second of his 2 climbs. There'll be 26 who'll be competing in the semi-finals tomorrow afternoon, or tomorrow morning here in Korea. And we'll have a look at page 2 of Group 2. And there you can see Kim Hong-il at 15 there with just a 30 plus. So you're looking at the top 13 from each group. But it'll be an overall total of their best climbs. And their points will be taking the top 26 through. The women's, just go to the last page. This is women's group 1. So Jana Ernst, no one topping then on women's group 1, it looks, which is the one on the right hand side, which you'll see Charlotte Durouf starting hers in a second at the halfway stage for the women's. Katerina Posch, Maya Vidmar, Helene Janikot. That's the first page. This is the second page of Group 1, and you can see Charlotte Durouf still to climb, so we'll join her in 1 second. We'll just quickly show you the results from women's Group 2. And there, Kia Noguchi, Kim Jae-in and Dinara Fakutilova, the only 3 to top this central wall here. in Korea. And this is page 2, so you can see Hanarari Song still to climb and then results still to come over. So let's go straight back over now to the women's Route 1. And this is Charlotte Derif, or Derif, of France, on her first climb on route. On her second climb, she's now on women's Route 1. So just Charlotte on the wall now at the moment, and she'll be looking to. No one has actually topped this route here.
IFSC 목포 스포츠클라이밍 월드컵 대회 오후 5시에는 여자 스피드 예선을 시작되겠습니다.
So Charlotte here on this one, second from last slab section. She's approaching one more roof section. Just over halfway mark on this wall. It's quite a slow, steady climber here. She's looking to be the first to complete a top here.
Austria and Italy. Please come to the front office right now. Another announcement, please. The coaches and majors of Russia, Austria, and Italy. Please come to the front of the building.
네, 여자 난이도 예선전 등번호 76번 프랑스에서 온 샤럿 드리프 선수 도전을 해보겠습니다.
So Charlotte here, just on the roof section. "23 years of age, Charlotte, ranked 6th in the world."
네, 76번의 샤럿 드리프 선수 프랑스에서
And that is the end of her climb today. She'll be in the semi-finals tomorrow morning. With 2 strong climbs, not topping out, but then again, only most of the competitors here today will be meeting the semi-finals competition. We get 26 from each group qualifying. Coming up next on the women's group. And it looks like Akio Noguchi. Sixth in pairs in her first League World Cup this season, competing the World Championships a week before. Kyo competing in the bouldering season this year, doing very well, battling out for the top with Anna Storr in the bouldering competitions, just missing out on the overall to Anna.
Unofficial announcement of practice of traditional Korean medicine is available near the entrance of football field. Please go and experience of Korean traditional medicines. And also there is we've arranged artificial wall, so if you are challenging to climb it, you can please go and challenge yourself.
So, Osarang
등번호 45번 한국의 오세웅 선수 도전하겠습니다.
On the left-hand side, we have Oh Se-eun.
Osarang on the left-hand side, number 45, and actually 45 years of age as well, competing in his home country. Akio Noguchi on the right-hand side.
세계인들이 지켜보고 있습니다. 세계인들이 지켜보고 있고 도핑의 성스러운 시도 지켜보고 있습니다. 2012 목포 스포츠 클라이밍 월드컵 대회
이번 대회에는 난이도와 속도 경기가 펼쳐질 예정입니다. 약 21개국에서 90여 명의 선수들이 출전하며 특히 세계 랭킹 20위권에 있는 선수들이 대거 출전해서 정상급 분량에 뽑는 예정입니다. IFSC 클라이밍 공식대회가 국내에서 개최되는 것은 유일적이고요. 앞으로도 우리가 이런 많은 경기를 개최할 수 있도록 여러분의 많은 협조 부탁드리겠습니다. 이번 목포 월드컵 이후에는 오늘 2010년 10월 27일, 28일 일본 이자이 월드컵에서 8차전, 그리고 11월 17일, 18일에 열리는 슬로베니아 크라운 월드컵 9차전을 마지막으로 시즌 최종전이 마무리될 예정입니다. On the left side of the central wall, we have Marlena from Austria, number 2. Leading speed will be placed in this competition. Especially, we have
I've just spoken to Simon the Margan from Slovenia. Second competition in a row for him. He's head route setter.
There will be Inter World Cup in Japan, and also final World Cup will be held in Slovenia in November.
So yeah, I was just talking to Simon, the head route setter, and I've just found out the routes. For you guys that are interested in what grades these routes are, Mario and Akio, they're both on A, B pluses. So both the men's, sorry, on 8Bs. Both the men's routes are 8Bs. The women's route 1, which Akia has just come off, was an 8B. And women's route 2, which is the centre wall with the 30-metre overhang, that's an 8A+. So they're all around the same sort of area on grading. 8Bs with the women's 8A+ for route 2. All out of my league for climbing, but maybe next year, if I get to the gym enough over the Christmas period, we'll see. So, route 1, second climb for him, Sean McCall out on the wall. And the crowd go wild in the live chat.
네, 이제 선수 등반과 이제 여러분들의 흥을 돋구기 위해서 그 음악으로 힘써주고 있는 DJ BK 2012 목포 스포츠 클라이밍 월드컵.
Let's see the support in the chat come rolling in for Sean, and I'll pass them remarks on to him.
여러분은 지금 2012년 IFSC 목포 스포츠 클라이밍 월드컵을 보고 계십니다. 공식 후원사로는 골핀과 함께하고요. KT에서 협찬합니다. On the right hand side we have Abdullah Sharif from Indonesia, number 106. 지금 오른쪽에는 등판번호 106번 선수가 함께하고 있습니다. 압둘로마 샤리프 선수예요. 인도네시아에서 왔습니다.
네, 좌측벽에는 등번호 5번 캐나다의 션 맥콜 선수, 세계 랭킹 2위에 등번호 5번 션 맥콜 선수 도전을 하고 있습니다.
예, 지난 중국에서 열린 월드컵에서 리드 부문 남자 부문 1위에 하셨던 션 맥콜 선수이기도 합니다. 기량이 점점 뛰어나지고 있습니다. 네, 여러분 지금 중앙쪽에 보이시는 넘버 37 민현빈 선수가 안배를 이루고 있습니다.
네, 등번호 37번 정면 우측벽 민현빈 선수 도전하고 있습니다.
네, 계속해서 션 맥콜 선수가 완등하였습니다.
And Sean said he would do that quite quickly, and he certainly did. Well done to Sean. Didn't look like he had a problem on that climb. Well done to Sean.
선수가 경기를 마무리하였습니다. 계속해서 한국의 선수 조혜미 선수가
I'll get an interview with him very shortly.
네, 등번호 37번 민현빈
So we're
선수.
racing through these qualifications now, as we have Korean Hyunbin Min on the wall in the central section. He's on route 2. Had a good climb for his first route.
지난해 세계 선수권대회에서는 6위를 달성하고 엄청난 기량을 꾸준히 성취하고 있는 선수입니다. 여러분 격려의 박수 부탁드리겠습니다.
So Min Hyun Min on the wall and Domin Skofic on route 1 for the women. Sorry, for the men. I think we're going to go quad screen in a second. We've got all 3 routes coming up on the wall. Just as the meantime, as my assistant takes care of the graphics, I'm joined with Jakob Schubert. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Very good. Looking forward to going home, but I'm loving being at these all world competitions out here in Asia. How's your climb today?
Well, it was okay. My first route wasn't too good. I couldn't top the route. It was a little cold and I didn't feel really good on that route, but in the second one I felt a lot better. I really like the middle wall here. I hope we have semis and finals there. And yeah, looking forward to the next rounds.
Yeah, the next rounds, long way off yet. We've still got the speed competitions away, but for you, you said it was cold this morning. Is there anything you could do to warm up more for that?
Well, I mean, all you can do is get warm hands and everything. And then when you get cold hands while climbing, it's hard to get it away again. The left route had a lot of crimps, so it's easy to get cold hands, kind of. But I mean, yeah, if you find a good rest, you can get the cold hands away again. But I couldn't.
I'm just thinking tomorrow evening is when afternoon is when the finals. If the weather's like it is today, tomorrow it's going to be quite cold for the finals.
Well, I mean, right now it's pretty nice to climb, I think. And I hope tomorrow for finals and semi-finals, it's like that.
Yeah, we hope so as well. Well, thank you for talking to us and good luck tomorrow, okay?
Thanks, mate.
So, Jakob Schubert, world champion in Paris. He's pleased with his times today. He'll be in the semi-finals. Domin Skofic doing well here on men's route 1. We spoke to Urban Primovic earlier, his teammate, and they said they would discuss the routes before they climb their second routes. Looks like he's given him the big information he needed. It's this volume section he's approaching now, which Sean McCall mentioned was a difficult section. And Domin just needs to attack this volume, moves quickly through it. Apparently the holds are not too good there. He's got a strong left-hand grip on that small crimp above that volume. As Hyun Bin Min tops out on route 2 there on the bottom right of your screen. So, Domin Skofic here. So there he's through the volume section now. He's just got 5 more holes to go to top out. He's got this clip in. He's got a nice right hand strong grip. And Slovenia, Domin Skofic from Slovenia just falling short there by about 4 holes, about the same area actually where Jakob Schubert failed earlier on today. Well, ranked number 1, Ramon Julien Publon starts his second climb. He had a good first climb according to his coach.
좌측쪽에 등번호 38번
가운데 벽에서 열심히 오르고 있는 남우미안 선수는 현재 국제적으로 명성을 떨치고 있는데요. 국적인 스페인, 생년월일은 1981년 11월 9일입니다. 경력으로는 2012년 월드컵 개인 종합 2위, 2010년, 2011년 세계 챔피언을 한 경력이 있고요. 2011년 바르셀로나 밸런스 월드컵에서도 우승한 경력이 있습니다.
스페인의 등번호 7번 라몬 선수 세계 랭킹 1위. 좌측쪽에 등번호 38번 한국의 김자비 선수 자비 김.
On the left-hand side of the center wall, we have Raul Julian from Spain. His world champion was in 2007 and 2011. And he was also winner of the Barcelona and Valencia stage of the 2011 World Cup. On the right-hand side, we have Arista Nadaturki from Indonesia, number 105.
네, 우측 쪽에는 인도네시아에서 온 등번호 105번 아시타 나디아 푸티 선수 도전하고 있습니다. 정면 9초 세계 랭킹 1위 등번호 7번 라몬 선수. 좌측벽 등번호 38번 김자비 선수 도전하고 있습니다.
네, 아주 침착하게 잘 해주고 계십니다. 여러분, 격려의 박수 부탁드리겠습니다.
격려의 박수 부탁드리겠습니다.
So, good climb there from Kim Jabi. Doesn't look happy though. He'll be into the semi-finals, just probably disappointed with himself. As Hélène Janicot from France starts her second climb on the bottom left hand of your screen of your bottom left hand of your screen. There we go, get the words out, Michael. So this is the second half of the women's section underway on Route 2. Just had a full clean of that route as Ramon completes his second climb. Throws the rope away, not looking too happy. Not had a good performance last week in the finals, and will be looking to better himself this week here in the second Asia World Cup in 3 weeks we have here, live on IFSC TV and on YouTube in HD. Next out on men's Route 2, Cho Sung-woo of Korea, one of several Koreans I mentioned are climbing here at this home competition. And Queen of League climbing on the wall, Korea's home favourite, Kim Jae-in on the wall.
On the right-hand side, we have Kim Ja-in, number 108 from Korea.
And she's attracting the support from the crowd. Jane Kim's other brother, Jaja, is here shouting support.
Hello.
That was him saying hello to the world on the live chat. Jaja, Jane Kim's other brother. You can hear behind shouting. There'll be a big crowd here tomorrow for the semi-finals and finals to watch her compete for her gold medal in her home country. 3 Koreans on the wall now. Lee Hong-dong, Kim Ja-in, and Seung-woo Chao. With Helene Janicot, the last climber to make the full grid from France. So, just an update for you guys watching the live webcast here. We are through the second half of the qualifications here in the lead, and then we having a break from the webcast to rearrange for the speed qualifications and start at 3 p.m. For warm-ups here, and I believe 5 p.m. for the competition. So we'll be streaming about 10 a.m. Central European time. And middle of the night over in America for the speed qualifications, and then at 8:30 local time will be the speed finals, where we're hoping to see some speed finals breaking.
정면 우측편에는 등번호 43번 윤태희 선수, 한국의 윤태희 선수 등반하겠습니다. 네, 우측편에 등번호 108번 김자인 선수.
And here's the support come for Jane Kim. She tops out in front of her home crowd. She'll be pleased with that one.
On the right-hand side of the center wall, we have Cho Seung-woon, number 39 from South Korea.
좌측벽에는 등번호 18번, 등번호 18번 마사키 시바타 선수, 마사키 시바타 선수 등번호입니다.
When you kiss me, when you make me,
We have Yoon Jae-hee, number 43 from South Korea.
make me
As Masaki Shibata falls off the wall, as does
여러분 조승훈 선수에게 힘찬 박수 부탁드리겠습니다.
Pen Ying Lee of Taipei. So just the one climber at the ball at the moment, number 43, Dae Yoon from Korea. Another old climber, or older climber should I say, at 34 years age. Sorry, 44 years of age from Korea, as he just falls off the wall. Now, over on women's route 1, can she copy Jane Kim? Mina Markovic.
Her world ranking is third.
Kim Jae-in was the first to top that route. So could Mina be the second?
On the left side of the central wall, we have Han Cho-young, number 117 from South Korea.
Thomas Ballet starting on route 1.
마코빅 선수, 스로베니아에서 온 미나 마코빅 선수 도전하고 있습니다.
네, 미나 마르코비치 선수에 대해서 간략적으로 설명해드리면 국적은 슬로베니아고요. 생년월일은 1987년 11월 23일입니다. 경력으로는 작년에 월드 개인 종합 1위를 한 경력이고요. 2012년 5개국 월드컵 우승을 한 경력도 있습니다.
네, 좌측벽에 등번호 9번에 토마스 발렛, 프랑스에서 토마스 발렛 선수.
Mina Markovic back in form after a broken thumb. Did well last week in Tiling. Did even better in Atlanta and in Perth. With 2 silver medals. Finished just outside the medals last week.
여러분은 지금 2012년 목포에서 열리는 스포츠 클라이밍 월드컵을 보고 계십니다. You are watching the 2012 IFSC Sport Climbing World Cup in Mokpo. On the left side of the central wall, we have Katarina from Austria.
Katarina Push starting on the wall on the bottom left hand of your side of your screen. 18 years of age. Best season this year was second in Valence. That was her best this year. She did do 5th in Atlanta as well, so she's got the potential to make the finals again here. Mina Markovic. So it's silver in Atlanta, silver in Briançon for Mina. 4th in Perth. She won her first league competition this year in Chamonix, gold medal. Broke her thumb at the Bouldering Munich World Cup. Unable to compete in the World Championships, but fast healer and ready to climb again. Urban Primovic, we spoke to earlier, very pleased with his first climb. And Thomas Ballet of France making a strong attempt here on men's Route 1.
네, 9번 제임스 발레 선수. 프랑스의 제임스 발레 선수. 101번. 미나 마크로 선수. 아쉽게도 금방.
So that completes the competition in the qualification stage, sorry, for Tamas Ballet and Mina Markovic. We'll see them both in the semi-finals tomorrow, I expect. Sachiyama from Japan comes out for his second climb on men's Route 1. And next out on women's Route 1 will be Evgenia Malamed, as Urban Brimovic falls to the ground. A nice start for him here, just while we wait for the other climbers to come out. It's Katarina Push.
We also have on the right side Evgenia Malagin from Russia. Her world ranking is 11.
Rama Underground, not the oldest competitor in this competition, with quite a few athletes from Korea competing much older than him, but he's one of the oldest in the European contingent. Starts his second climb. Good performances in Paris and Atlanta. Sachiyama missing last week, as I said earlier. Looking to cement a strong performance in the qualifications. Help him strive for a good start in the semi-finals tomorrow. Remember, the stronger the performance in the in the qualifications, the better the placement they come out in the semi-finals. The highest seeded, the best qualification result means they go out last in the semi-finals, which means they'll have more of a time to warm up. Sometimes it can be a negative effect if they have more time to wait in isolation. It's only 2 hours though, really, waiting once the competition starts, so they'll have a good idea of how well the routes are set from times people are taking to go out and start their routes.
차차마 선수가 거의 완등을 목표로 하고 있습니다. 거의 가깝게 됐고요.
네, 15번.
And well done to Sachiyama, topping out on that route. He'll be pleased with that one. Evgenia of Malabar just cling on there, well done. Thought she was going to come off at that roof section. Moving round to her slab section now to finish off that route. Could she follow the steps of Kim Jae-im, who was the first to top that route? Romain de Grange, he's raced up this central route 2 for men. Just having a rest, hanging upside down.
등반을 마치고 눈물을 흘리는 선수들도 보았습니다.
And no, she can't. Evgenia falls from the top edge of the roof section.
볼 수가 있습니다.
Barbara Bakker on the other wall for women.
네, 10번.
30 years of age.
박수 부탁드리겠습니다.
Ranked 15 in the world. Been on the circuit for a long time as Romain de Grange tops out on his route, and he'll be pleased with that. It's a good start. He's had a very good climb. That his earlier climb he fell a bit short, I think, if I remember correctly, but he's definitely had a good climb here on his second route, and he'll be looking forward to do better than he did last week in the finals and try and get a podium like he did in Paris and Atlanta.
공식 후원사로 많은 지원을 해주신 주식회사 콜피가 KT 서포트로 함께합니다.
So we're coming to the end of the men's qualifications. Hong-il Kim, the second from last to climb on the men's route 1. And only 2 climbers left on men's route 2. So approaching the end of the men's qualifications. Still quite a way to go on the women's, as it took a while to clean their central routes. We have 6 more to start on the women's route.
네, 좌측벽에 등번호 41번.
1 and about 8 to start on women's route 2.
네, 계속해서 on the right hand side of the center wall, we have Kim Myung-soo from South Korea.
네, 등번호 44번. 한국의 김명수 선수. 한국의 김명수 선수 도전을 하고 있습니다.
Current weather status at the moment, it's gone back onto a bit of an overcast feeling.
Side of the center wall,
It's gone a bit cooler. I thought the summer's going to break out, but it's gone back in. It's got its hat on,
her world ranking is number
but it's not coming out to play. So it's about 14 degrees, maybe 12 degrees now here. Bit chilly. Jumpers are going on. And this is the middle of the day now, so could get a bit cooler this afternoon as we approach the speed finals.
여러분은 지금 2012년 IFSC 목포 스포츠 클라이밍 월드컵을 관람하고 계십니다. 지금 중앙 벽면의 왼쪽에 있는 등판 번호 72번의 요한나 에른스트 선수가 오르고 있습니다. 요한나 에른스트 선수는 지난해 월드컵 개인 종합 랭킹 6위에 오른 바가 있고요. 현재도 아주 실력 있는 경기를 보여주고 있습니다.
네, 전 세계인이 지켜보고 있는 2012 IFSC 목포 스포츠 클라이밍 월드컵.
So as I say, we'll be coming to the end of this league qualifications in about probably an hour's time after the women's qualifications are completed. At 5 p.m. at local time, will be the start of the men's speed qualifications. And 6 p.m. local time will be the women's speed qualifications. So it's about 5 hours time from now, well, just under 5 hours time from now, wherever you are in the world, you'll be able to work out what time it is where you're watching to watch the speed qualifications. And the women's will be in about 6 hours time. It's 1/4 now. If you add 5 hours onto that, we'll be underway with men's qualifications. And at 8:30 local time will be the men's, the speed finals, where we hope to see at some point today a world record beaten. Could it be 2 weeks in a row? 2 competitions in a row where we see records broken in the speed competition. I mentioned earlier they were climbing at altitude last week in Tiding, and we saw the speed qualifications broken both in the men's and the women's categories. So the men's record now stands at 5.88 seconds. That's 15 meters high in 5.88 seconds. And the women's 8.33 seconds. That now is held by the French in the form of Esther Bruckner. If you want to see those climbs, you can go to the IFSC YouTube channel, where you can see how they did in their races and taking those new world records. Both the records have been taken off the current world champions from Paris, where new records were set last time. So on the wall now, Mathilde Brumans on the right hand side from Belgium, Jörg Verhoeven on the left-hand side. So 2 countries at the top of Central Europe, and they're on the top of your central screens. Joanna Ernst, last week's winner, making a good strong attempt on her second route. She won gold last week, and she said it was very cold climbing last week. She said it's cold here as well, so if she wins here as well, maybe that's how she should keep entering these competitions. She does well in the cold. She's had a good season. Took her first gold medal though this year, last week. Jörg Verhoeven, he cleared that volume section we were talking about. Didn't get good enough grip to make the clip on the section above that, and that's the end of his competition for today. We'll see him tomorrow morning in the semi-finals. Joanna Ernst falling now. So it could be the cold conditions, could be just saving her energy for tomorrow. 26 of them will be going through on each category. And Mathilde Brumans, that's a low down fall there from her. She's only got about halfway up the wall. Not sure why she fell.
경기는 모두 종료되었습니다. 현재 여자 예선 경기를 진행하고 있습니다. The men's league qualification is all finished.
Anastasia Solomina from Russia on the left-hand side of the wall. That's all the men's qualifications groups completed. Some people have requested some interviews in the chat. I'll do my best to get them people, if I can find them, around the zone that I'm allowed to walk around with my microphone. Hope you've enjoyed this HD live coverage from Korea. We'll be back later for the semi-finals, and the finals and the qualifications of the speed section of this competition here out in Korea. So just the women's walls left to climb here. Shuihan clinging on there, reaching around to the next slab section before the final roof section of her climb. Anastasia on the Russian now coming up to the roof section of her climb. Now these are both slightly different routes. It's at 8B route for Surihan on the women's route 1, and on the right hand side, which is women's route 2, that's an 8A plus section. It's a 15-metre high wall with a 30-metre overhang on that route, and it's a 15-metre high wall with an 8-metre overhang on the left-hand route of your screens. Well, we're in Mokpo in South Korea for the second of our 3 IFSC World Cups here in a row in just 20 days. We have got lead and speed last week in Xining. If you missed that, you can watch that on the YouTube channel. IFSC. And then next week we have a lead competition in Japan. This afternoon we have the speed qualifications and finals. And if you want to find out any results, you go to the ifsc-climbing.org website. If you're becoming a fan of climbing and you want to see more of it, you can find out all information at the IFSC Facebook page. Go to go to Facebook.com/sport climbing. And that's where you can find out any extra information about competitions and details of all the World Cups we've had around the world. If you want to get up-to-date information from us guys who bring you the live webcast, my name's Mike Roper. I'm part of the 24/7 team, both here and back in England for our support guys. Follow us on the 247.tv Facebook page. You get some extra shots, photos of what we get up to, where we've been on this Asia tour. Dinara Fakutulova here on women's route 1. Had a terrible climb last week in her finals, which was so upset, hard to watch. But now, having a strong climb early today, topped her first route, and going to look to have a strong performance here to wipe the memory of her poor start to her Asia World Cup tour. Although reaching the finals is no mean feat. Or no easy feat, should I correct myself there. You can obviously tell commentary is not my day job. Normally do all the production for these webcasts. Unfortunately, our resident commentators, Dan Finn, Johnny Bryan, are unavailable for us out here. Next week, we do have a new commentator to join me on board. He'll be hopefully taking over from me for the end of the Asia tour. He's currently living out in America, and he's contacted us to work with our team out there, which is great to hear. I'll bring you more information about him next week in Japan. Now, we're looking to bring you HD coverage as much as possible for all of our IFSC World Cups, depending on the internet speeds we get around the world. Obviously, we've been in some fantastic locations. Obviously in Singapore, for the Youth World Championships, we brought you coverage from a beach where there was no actual internet there at the start. We were able to bring you live coverage for that live, obtaining internet and bringing a fantastic production of the Youth World Championships, which was seen all around the world. Lovely people we met. We were last week in the desert, 2,500 meters high, in Xining, or outside Xining city, in the Red Mountains. We've been in the Alps, in Chamonix, in Imst. We've been in a farm village of Pers in Belgium. We've been out in Atlanta, Georgia this year, and we've been in Bercy for the World Championships in Paris. So IFSC get to bring you fantastic competitions from all over the world, fantastic destinations, and we're able to do this live and uninterrupted most of the time by power cuts on IFSC.tv. If you're on YouTube, you can join us on the IFSC channel. It's the same webcast, but with the added extras of the live chat. I'm looking for doing some interviews with you, for you guys. Just waiting to see some of the athletes come out of their warm down areas, or they may have gone to get some lunch. I can see Jörg Verhoeven. I'll try and get a word with him. Here he is. Jörg, how are you?
Fine, how about yourself?
Yeah, I'm very good, very good. Enjoying the show here. It's a fantastic wall. How do you find it?
Yeah, the venue is really nice. The wall's steep. No, the holes are good. The route setting was a bit awkward, but no, in general, pretty good thing.
Yeah, I know there's only a few competitors here, just over 30 competitors, so you will be in the semi-finals, but on your performance, were you pleased?
No, not really, but I dry fired over hold in the first, kind of unexpected, and the second, I was just way too tall and unflexible. I could never have done that.
Okay, so last week you were telling us about the high altitude of 2,500 metres with a big strain. How is it here?
Oh, it's lower. No, it's a lot better here. The route set has been telling us that the salt affects the holes really badly. Everybody was complaining it's so slippery. So soon as there's no wind, it's really slippery.
Okay, so the salt's in the air because we're an island.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see tomorrow in the semis and finals whether we'll catch a bit of wind.
Okay, well there we go. You've heard it here first again from Jörg Verhoeven. It's now not the altitude, it's the salty holes.
No, there's always, it's not an excuse, it's just another parameter for fucking up.
There we go.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, sorry, apologise for the swearing there. And well, thank you Jörg for on that. We'll have to end that and give you a little slap on the wrist for that swearing, but thank you for talking to us.
No problem.
And good luck tomorrow.
You can kick me out of the chat now.
Okay, I'll have Frank Bott have a word with you. Thank you very much, Jörg. Take care.
No problem, man.
Okay. Well, so it's the salty holds, or the salty in the air, because this island, Mokpo is a right coastal town. It's a port, 6th largest city in Korea. Korea is a very small country, surrounded by sea. So there's a factor or parameter, he says, affects the climbers, but it does affect everybody. So it's just another skill they have to obtain to become an all-round great sport climber. I've just been back to the desk to check some live chat comments, and it's a very good comment that the kids in Singapore who were a lot closer to the beach than this event is, because they were on the beach, they were not complaining about salty holds. And so maybe some of these older climbers need to take a lesson out of the youth climbers that are up and coming. So very good comment there in the chat. I like that. I'll have to have a word with Jorg and say the challenge is put down by the youth climbers. Cameraman's getting a bit excited. It's Momoka Oda on the wall. She had no problems in Singapore for the Youth World Championships.
On the center wall, we have number 89, Densma Biosaikan from Mongolia. 함께하고 계시는 이 행사 2012년 목포 클라이밍 월드컵입니다. 이곳 목포시 오감동 구주산체육공원 스포츠 클라이밍 경기장에서는 오늘부터 그리고 내일 이틀간 남녀 난이도 속도 경기가 진행될 예정입니다. 방금 남자 난이도가 끝났고 이제 여자 난이도 예선 경기가 거의 막바지에 다가왔습니다.
오늘 일정을 간략히 또 설명을 드리자면 오후 5시부터 남자부, 여자부 스피드 예선전 6시 남자부 스피드 예선전 그리고 7시에 남자부, 여자부 스피드 결승전이 오늘 펼쳐지겠습니다.
We are with IFSC Climbing World Cup Mokpo, South Korea. Today and tomorrow, we are having lead and speed competition for men and women there in Mokpo International Climbing Center. About 90 athletes from 21 countries will complete this World Cup. And men and women speed qualification will start at 5. And men's qualification start at 6 o'clock.
I've just come over to join the Slovenian team. Domen Skovic, how are you?
Hello. Yeah, I'm okay. Could be better, but it's okay.
Could be better. Is that from playing poker or from the climbing?
Yeah, from the climbing. I didn't feel okay. I don't know.
Just a little insight there. Last night we were just relaxing in the with the teams with a few games of cards just before the semi-finals. So, or the qualifications. How was your performance today then?
Yeah, worse than in poker. But yeah, I think I could do better. I don't know. Maybe I feel tired from all the traveling and that stuff. But yeah, I will prepare better for tomorrow. And yeah.
Were you cold? Were your fingers cold today? People have said it was a bit cold to climb, or were you okay?
No, I was okay. Yeah, no problem with that.
You mentioned about the time zones. I mean, we've been out in Asia now for 10 days. But even myself, I still haven't changed to the time zone, still not sleeping well. So, travelling all around the competitions, has that affected you this year?
Yeah, I think that last year I didn't have problems with time change, but now it suddenly happened. I don't know. I just started to sleep good 2 days back, and yeah, I think that could be also a bit of a factor. But yeah.
Okay, so going into the semi-finals tonight, are you going to be relaxing this afternoon, or are you going to do some training?
Oh no, relaxing. Yeah, I think I have enough of. Yeah.
Okay, well, good luck tomorrow, Domen. Thank you very much. Domen Skovic there from Slovenia. I'm still trying to get some interviews from other guys, but there's not too many people about here for interviews, I'm afraid. As we come towards the end of the women's qualifications, Momoko Oda thanking the crowd. There's a round of applause.
네, 정면 좌측 등번호 84번.
And it's
아야 오노에 선수.
Ing-Yeon Kim from
The bus going back to
Korea.
the hotel will depart at 1:10 from parking lot.
with the last to climb on the route, and then we just have the
Will depart at 1:10 from down parking lot.
one route left to climb after this last split screen. We'll just remain with the women's route 1 with just 5 more climbers to go on that. Aya Ono, the only climber at the moment. Oh, sorry, now we have the 2 climbers. But we are fastly approaching the end of the competition. Oh, I've just spotted Mina Markovic just before she goes. Mina, how are you?
Good, thank you.
You enjoy your climb?
It could be better, but yes, I enjoy climbing.
Okay. Can I just say, I heard you competed in the week at Rockmaster. How was that for you?
Yeah, it was good. The route was nice. So I finished one route. I fell from top in the one, but it was enough for winning. But still, a really nice event and nice climbing.
Okay, congratulations on that. I'll see you off in a rush. Good luck for tomorrow, and we'll speak to you tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
Just grab Mina, she was passing by. So yeah, we don't actually have any footage of last week, some of the competitions in Rockmaster. But some of the climbers who were over in Ziding had the opportunity to compete in that one. I've just spotted Barbara Backer in the crowd. How are you, Barbara?
Me is fine now, yeah.
How was your climb?
I'm not really satisfied. I was a little too fast, and then I'm too fast in the rope.
Too fast in the rope? Do you need to be slower, calm down? Were you just watching Sean McCall first, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. It would be better next time.
Okay, what do you think of this venue?
It's really cool. It's really nice made, and I hope tomorrow would be nice.
Sure. Are you feeling cold, or is it warming up now?
No, I don't feel cold today. It was nice. Yeah, it was a little warmer than in Xinning before, yeah.
Xinning was cold, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, thank you for chatting to us, and good luck tomorrow.
Thanks.
That was Barbara Backer there. I just raided the Austrian team to grab somebody for a chat. As we approach the end of this qualification stage, we're going to take a break for a few hours. Time check here, local time is 1:45. So in 4 hours time, we'll be starting streaming with the speed qualifications. And that'll be the men's qualifications first, and that'll be followed by the women's speed qualifications. It's a purpose-built speed and lead climbing wall here. As Aya Ono comes down, I'm sure you could, my assistant will cut to our side camera. There you can see the 3 walls, and the other camera here, which cuts camera 1. There you can see onto the left-hand side the speed wall. There's a purpose-built speed wall here, so it will be permanently here for them to practice. And for the local Koreans to practice on, or to have their local competitions. It's a fantastic venue, and that's where we'll be shooting you and bringing you the coverage for the speed finals in just about 4 hours' time. So we're on to just the last route now, coverage of women's route 2. It's an 8A plus stream, and it's, I'll tell you in 1 second who is climbing. climber Sola Kim 112, or Kim Sola is how they're pronounced over here in Korea. Their family name first before their given name. Kim Sola, number 112, starting her last climb. We'll have 3 more climbers after this. Yuka Kobayashi, Akai Takuchi and Jenny Lavada will complete the women's qualifications here in Mokpo, South Korea. Hope you've enjoyed our live coverage, and we'll be bringing you more coverage throughout this weekend.
We have Drew Hemi on the wall. She accomplished the Asian Youth Championships in Youth A for the 2nd place, and also her junior world ranking is 10th. 오늘 2013년 전국체육대회에서 스포츠 클라이밍이 정식 종목으로 채택되어서 클라이밍이 국민에게 사랑받는 스포츠로 다시 한번 자리매김을 할 수 있는 계기를 마련하게 되었습니다. Sport climbing in South Korea has been adopted as an official sport event in upcoming 2013 National Sports Festival, officially proving that climbing is loved by so many people in South Korea. 네, 경기장에 계신 여러분, 김소라 선수에게 뜨거운 격려의 박수 부탁드립니다. 여러분 최선을 다해주신 우리 선수에게 힘찬 박수 부탁드리겠습니다. We have 3 women athletes left for the qualification for women lead. And now we have number 83, Yuka Kobayashi from Japan.
지금 3번에 유카 코바야시 선수. 이번에 유카 코바야시 선수 등반 시작하겠습니다.
노광동 부두산 체육공원 스포츠 클라이밍 경기장에서는 오늘 10월 20일 그리고 내일 21일 이틀간 남녀 난이도 속도 경기가 진행됩니다. 총 21개국에서 90명 가량의 선수가 출전하고 있습니다. This is IFSC Climbing World Cup, Mokpo, Korea. On 20th and 21st of October, we have lead and speed competition for men and women here in Mokpo International Climbing Center. About 9 athletes from 21 countries will compete in this World Cup. 경기 관람하시는 동안 같이 안내 말씀드리겠습니다. 경기장 외부 체험 부스에서 한약 체험이 가능하도록 목표 동명 한방병원에서 나와주셨습니다. 한방키스 체험이 가능하니 많은 참여 부탁드립니다. A practice of traditional Korean medicine is available nearby dining hall. 목포 동명 Korean Medicine Hospital came to
Yuka Kobayashi here,
so you can have
one of the last to climb in the women's qualifications. Great morning here in Mokpo. Nearly said Momoka over there. Great morning in Momoka. In Mokpo. There we go. Let's get the words out. Great morning to start the Korean IFSC World Cup in 2012. The second of 3 World Cups to take place over in Asia in just 20 days. Speed qualifications, you can see on the left-hand side, we're coming to you live in about 4 hours' time now for the men's, and the women's will be following after that. And this evening, no rest for the speed climbers. We'll be going straight on to the speed finals at about 8:30 local time.
경기 시작하는 선수는 일본의 아야카 타케우치 선수입니다. 아야카 타케우치 from Japan.
So, Akaya Takuchi from Japan next on the wall. Let's try and straighten that camera up for you. There we go. Just jumped on the camera there to make sure that was a little bit straighter for you. So, Akaka Takuchi from Japan. Second from last climber to come out. And then we'll take a short break. I hope you've all enjoyed this coverage then. Get back here. If you're in Asia, you've got no excuse, or if you're in Australia, there's no excuse to not miss any of this live webcasting. Live on YouTube in HD. Let's see if we can see a new world record set later on today. We've watched 3 records broken last week in the speed competition. Let's hope to see some more this afternoon. Maybe we'll even have some Gangnam style. I'm going to try and set a personal task getting some climbers to do some Gangnam style for the webcast. I need to get some footage of my guys who worked with me in Singapore doing it. They were very entertaining. The fantastic school that worked with us on the webcast there. Great bunch of guys and girls. If you're watching, hello to you. So on the roof section here, Kaka, Takuchi, looking to move around this blue volume straight over to the two white, yellow and red holds to get a good grip onto that yellow grip to get over to the slope section. This is practically a horizontal roof section, this, about 12 metres up above the ground. Taking a rest here before moving on to the last section. It's the red triangle which is approaching just above your screen, which you can't see, and I speak too soon. It's around this section in the roof which is posing the problems for these athletes. But on the whole, I think they're very entertaining routes to see here, and I think Simon's done a very good setting on the routes. Let us know what you think in the chat. I'll try and read out some of your views. Okay, so Jenny Levada, our last climber. Out on the wall.
현재 경기에 임하고 있는 제니 라바타 선수의 경기가 끝나면 남녀 예선전이 모두 마무리됩니다. 그리고 오늘 오후에는 남녀 속도 경기도 준비되어 있습니다. 남녀 속도 예선과 결승 경기 모두가 오늘 치러지게 됩니다. 그리고 이번 속도 경기는 2022년의 마지막 속도 월드컵이 되겠습니다. 지금 열심히 등반하고 있는 정말 힘겹게 등반하고 있는 선수에게 큰 박수 부탁드립니다. 네, 마지막 선수 경기 마무리하였습니다. 여러분 큰 박수 부탁드립니다.
Well, that brings an end to the IFSC World Cup day one here for the qualifications of the league category. We've still got the speed to come. We're just going to bring you the results from the group, and we'll just quickly spin through these first couple of pages. So this is page one of the men's qualification group one. Akito Matsushima topping, as did Mario Lechner, Hyun Bin Min, Ramon Julien Poublon, Romain de Grange, Sean McCall and Sachiyama. They all topped route one, which is the one on the left-hand side. And these guys all, this is how they did on the second page. Well, nearly showed us. Group two, we'll try and show you both pages on the this group. This is how they did on route two. And Manuel Roman, Sean McCall, Sachiyama, Jacob Schubert, Stefano Gisolfi, Min Hyun Bin, and Ramon Julien Poublon, and Romain de Grange, all topping out on that route. This is page two.
네, 이상으로 IFSC 목포 스포츠 클라이밍 월드컵 남녀 난이도 예선 경기가 모두 종료되었습니다. 3시부터 3시에
And the women's, page one. Kim Jae-in, the only girl to top Group 1. A fantastic climb from her, and a fantastic performance from Dinara Fakutinova, who had a bad finals last week. Momoka Oda, the world youth champion. I think
Thank you for attending IFSC Climbing World Cup for men and women qualification for lead.
Page 2 of Group 1. There you can see Helene Janicott. She was not happy when she came off the wall. Tears were flowing. She's quite an emotional character on the climbing wall.
And 4 o'clock, they will have a practice time.
And page Group 2, page 1. This is how they results. If you want to know the full results, you go to the ifsc-climbing.org website.
There will be a speed qualification for men, and right after qualification, they will have Sports Climbing World Cup today. See you again at 5.
And that was a nice closure from the local MC. So these are the results. So if you want to go to see the full results, go to the ifsc-climbing.org. And all it means for me to say is to say thank you for watching live on the IFSC YouTube channel. I'm Michael Roper, part of 24/7 TV, who bring you all the IFSC TV coverage. If you want to see the Speed World Cup qualifications, they're starting in about 4 hours' time. The world records were broken last week in Xining. They're just going to get set up for this competition now, so we'll see you live here in 4 hours' time from Mokpo, Korea. Thank you for watching.
Today, Top 30 is the only company in the world able to design, produce, set up and manage a top-level competition. Everything within the same company, everything with the trustworthiness and professionalism that an official competition requires.